Hello everyone and welcome to round 5 of my playthrough of Against All Odds Tide of Iron. The Americans still have the initiative, but on round 4 they suffered some terrible casualties. So let's see what they're going to be able to do on this 5th round. If they take this objective at the end of any round, they win. If they haven't managed to do so by the end of round 8, they lose. Now let's first see if we can get rid of this squad. First, I'm going to use the first couple of American actions to try and take out these units in Opfire. Let's see. So the mortar is going to fire, and these units can all spot. So suppressive fire, 8 dice. Actually 9 dice because of being an elite unit. Against 1 cover. That's 2 more hits, and that's disrupted. Actually, I was hoping for a little bit more here, but okay, for now it's disrupted, and we can see what we're going to do about that later on. For the second one, let's try an artillery attack. A top priority barrage, I think we're going to do. That's going to cost me normally 4, but now it's going to cost me 3 because of the increased priority card I have. I'm going to have to, so this is the one I'm going to play for the Americans. Establish contact 4. In this case, a 3 will be enough because of the increased priority card, and the rest basically works the same as all other artillery cards. I will also have a white blast radius if I actually manage to establish contact. So let's first see if that's going to work. So I'm going to need a 3 or higher. No, that's a 1, so it fails. However, I don't lose the card. I can still use it again. It's not like it's lost now. But what I always do then is I put an on-fire token on it to indicate that it's already been paid for, and I'm going to put it in my play area. And on the next round, I can, so not the next turn, not the next action turn, the next round, I can use it again without paying for it again. Third one, let's see. Well, a sustained blanket, it does kind of the same thing, with the difference that it's only a suppressive attack card. So I don't really want to do that because, as I explained before, the special rule in this scenario, tree bursts, almost entirely negates cover against normal fire, but not against suppressive fire. So I'm a little bit afraid that it might not amount to much if I do that. So let's first use the, well, yeah, I do want to suppress it, of course. Well, let's just try it anyway. I'll pay 1 command, normally 2, but now 1 because of the increased priority card. I need to establish contact, and once again, a 3 or higher will be enough, and that's a 6, so that's certainly enough. Which hex are we going to target? The machine gun over here, and then I'll have a white blast radius against all of these squads as well. So let's see. Determine drift. So here I also need a 3 or higher because the officer, for instance, can see it. Yep. Yes, that's a 5, so that's definitely okay as well. Suppressive area attack 4. In this particular case, I can right away throw the cover as well because there's no other unit in there. 2 for the woods, 2 for the entrenchment, and 1 for the officer. Remember that in this scenario, all artillery cards hit on 4+. And I roll 4 hits with 2 cover, 2 successful cover. But yeah, so that actually works. So that unit is pinned, and of course out of Opfire, which is what I wanted to achieve. So the special rule in this scenario certainly seems to be doing what it's meant to be doing, to give artillery a fighting chance against units. Now I still have a wide blast radius, so I'm first going to roll for this hex. As it's suppressive, there's no point in attacking the anti-tank gun because it's a vehicle, and vehicles cannot be affected by suppressive fire. It is also, well, the cover is the same as before practically. 1 for the elite, 2 for the wooded hills, 2 for the entrenchment. So let's see what we're going to do. I again roll 3 hits and 2 cover, so that unit is pinned as well, meaning that it can't operate the 88. So basically, all the Germans are, as far as that's concerned, well, not out of action, but they can't do much. So that really opens up some opportunities for the Americans here. I still have a wide blast radius here as well. 3 dice, and that unit does not have any cover because it's a Bear Hill. That's also 3 hits. Oh my god, they're really rolling incredibly well. 2 4s and 1 5. So that's disrupted right away. Well, this certainly seems to be opening up opportunities. And then finally, we still have this unit over here. Again, 3 dice for the suppressive wide blast radius, 2 for the woods, 2 for the entrenchment, and 1 for the elites. Figure there. 2 hits this time and 1 save, so even that one is pinned. So this one has been truly amazing so far. Yeah, so that really opens up a lot of opportunities. Fantastic action turn for the Americans. Okay, so what can the Germans still do? This card has been played now, and very successfully. So you can see what happens to the artillery cards. Of course, you still have to roll well, and I've been rolling exceptionally well, but if they hit on a 4+, well, then they certainly become a lot more lethal, again, as I said before, as I think they should be. So far, that's doing, in this scenario, what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, what can the Germans do? Not that much anymore. Mortar can fire. This unit can, yeah, the Americans did not put anything in. Oh, I see that I forgot to remove a few fatigued tokens on the previous turn. The Americans don't have anything in upfire, so the Germans can safely. So that was definitely a mistake. They should have put this machine gun fire in upfire, but this unit can 1, 2, 3. They can even go there. 4. Do they want to go here? No, I think they want to go into the woods. So 1, 2, 3. That's a move. I think the Germans would also like to use their artillery. Which one are they going to use? Suppressive barrage is probably going to be a lot less effective against the Americans because they are elite units. They have a lot more elite figures in their squads. They have the extra +1 for being elite formation. So I think I want to use a sustained blanket for the Germans. Establish contact. Target hex, determined to suppressive area attack. So pretty similar to the one that we saw before for the Americans. So let's see. Establish contact. Will they manage? Yes, that's a 6. So that's all good. Target hex. They will target this hex again. Yes. Determined drift. 3 or higher. Again, the officer here, for instance, no, he's fatigued, so he can't see them. This one is fatigued as well, so then we'll have to go with that elite. So it's probably a 4 or higher then that we're going to need now. Well, it's a 6, so that at least works out. Now we're going to roll 4 attack dice. That's 3 hits, a 5 and 2 6s. So it is suppressive in this case. So let's see what the Americans are going to do to defend against it. Let's start with this unit, the lone machine gun. It has 3 dice for the building, 1 for being an elite formation unit. So I don't think this is going to end well for them. Well, they do save 1, but that's still 2 hits, so that's more than enough to get rid of the American machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the flamethrower. I think I should have given the other one, well, it wouldn't have made any difference. The officer grants the extra cover die for the entire hex. For the previous one, it wouldn't have made any difference because it still would have been 1 hit. But here I actually get to roll another one for the officer in the same hex. This one saves 2, so that's also 1 too many. It doesn't save 3. And the last one, 3 for the building, 1 for the officer, 1 for the elite, 1 for the elite formation. 1, 2, 5, 6 I should have, yes. And he only saves 1 as well, so this one also is also destroyed. So this artillery certainly is proving to be incredibly lethal in this game. Now let's put it back top up at the bottom of the pile. The Germans have 1 action left, but yeah, as I said, things are really starting to happen now. What do I want to do now? Germans don't actually have all that many units left that they can do something with, so I will just fatigue this one. I cannot put it on fire anyway, which I normally do because it's disrupted, so it can't fire, so there's no point in doing that. Now, the Americans probably need to rush a couple of units forward now. Let's see if it's going to make any difference. Maybe not, but they'll have the initiative. I'm buying this card for the Americans, the Forced March. You can see it during this turn, so action turn, not round. So I can use it 3 times. Whenever one of your squads is activated with an advanced action, it receives +2 movement points. That coupled with the double time card, it has as many as 4 movement points. So I'll just, well, for now I'll put it here. Okay, so which units are going to do that? I know that I'm going to have the initiative, so that makes a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over here. Yes, that one is going to move over here. And is fatigued. What else are the Americans going to do? I think I want to move the machine gun somewhere over there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 can get here, and I probably don't want to bunch them up too much again. We've seen how strong that artillery is. So that one ends up over there. Let's see, we have a flamethrower there, yes. Let's see if I can get a full squad over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. There. Okay, that's 3 actions for the Americans. Now 3 actions again for the Germans. Well, I'll just fatigue this one too. And I'll fatigue this one. Again, because I can't put them in on fire anyway. There's no officer in there either, and the same goes for this one. So yeah, that's a way for the Germans to fatigue some units. I've used the Force March now from the Assaulter Leadership deck. Back to the Americans. What can they do? They can still move 7, of course. If I, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not 7, of course. Just 2 extra, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. I really need to get them closer to the hill now, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move it over there. I don't want to bunch them up too much. And my final action for this turn could also be one of those with a fire and move. But I'll just fire with these 4 dice. 3 regulars, but 1 extra for the elite formations against these units and suppress their fire. 1 cover. Yes, that's 2 hits, no cover. So this German unit is gone as well. Back to the Germans, who don't have that much to do. This unit over here is a submachine gun squad, or more accurately, a Sturmgewehr unit. And what it does is it can either elect to fire as if it were an SMG, or it can fire normally. It is in a pillbox, and it doesn't really want to get out of it. It could do a fire and move 2, 3, and then fire at the flamethrower squad, but that would leave the objective hex wide open, and maybe the Americans on their next turn could simply move around it and move into that hex. So I don't think that's a very sensible thing to do. So what I will do is simply put it in on fire. Might as well fatigue it probably in this particular case, but I'm not going to. Do the Germans still want to fire an artillery card? Well, I don't know. They could do that. I think they should also. A suppressive barrage. Well, do they want to do that now? Maybe they should do that on their next turn. I think they should do it on their next turn to clear out any Americans that might make it onto the objective hex or next to the objective hex. Yeah, this unit is pretty close, so it might actually work out, but I don't know. Is there a wide blast radius? No. I don't know. For now, let's leave it. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but we will do that. So then it's back to the Americans. They could fire another suppressive barrage. It costs 2, so now 3. Sorry, of course, the other way around. It normally costs 3. It would now cost 2. And let's see if we can hit that unit again. But the problem, of course, is that I don't have any non-fatigue units. I do have units adjacent to it, and I believe those units don't actually have to be fatigued. I do believe that that's what the rules say, that as long as you have a unit adjacent, the drift number is 2 or 3 anyway, and it doesn't matter if you're fatigued, as long as you're adjacent, and if this unit is adjacent. So I'm going to go with that. Look it up later in the rules whether that's actually correct or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. I am paying my 2 command that I have left. So this is the card I'm playing, Offensive Artillery. Establish contact 5, which is a 4 now. I'm going to target the hex with the mortar in it because it's already disrupted. Determine drift and an area attack. That does mean, by the way, area attack. It doesn't say suppressive, so that automatically means by default that it's a normal attack. But anyway, with 5 dice hitting on a 4, 5, and 6 with no cover, that should be okay as well. So let's see if we can establish contact. Normally 5+, now 4+, but we roll a 2. So that one is not successful. And again, I'm putting a opportunity fire token on it to show that I've already paid for it and I can use it again. Let's move up these 2 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's put it over here. Again, I'm using the double time. Oh, I forgot to remove this one, which I should have done. And same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 7. It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to end up adjacent to some unit if I use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just put it over there. I think that's good enough. Well, of course, I don't have an officer, so that's as far as I can actually get. Well, that's everything for the Americans as well then. And the board looks very different. The Americans are closing in on the objective. So yeah, let's wait and see how this is going to end up. Thank you for watching and see you at the end of round 6.